Good morning to you, St. Lucia. Wake up, wake up. It's time to rise and shine in the know here on This Morning. I am Chayla Mendez, your host, and I'm very excited to be here at the Babano Secondary School. And I'm also here with Mr. Delise, Ivan, and Kayla, and the rest of the Build group. Well, not everybody, but a small fraction representing today. And they did something really amazing and also very appealing to the eye. They have created a mural, and it is under the theme Aboise Kiltenu, of course, embracing our culture. So right now, we had to make sure we found our way over here to highlight just some of the amazing things that our youth are actually doing right here. So first of all, Mr. Delise is the coordinating teacher for Build. So good morning to you. How are you today?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm feeling fantastic, and I'm loving the vibrancy of the colors on the murals. It's definitely giving me life, and of course I know we have a crew right here that's full of energy as well, right? All right, but Mr. Delise, you are the coordinating teacher for Build. So first of all, just tell us a little bit about what Build is all about.
Well, first of all, BUILD stands for Beckwith International Leadership Development. BUILD was started by Sir Charles Beckwith, who is a philanthropist from the United Kingdom who saw the need to empower young persons through sports. So St. Lucia is one of the 3 countries in the world that has BUILD: St. Lucia, Tanzania, and Jamaica. And what we do is that we do a 5-day workshop where we try to develop the leadership skills in young persons, where they could go back into their communities and make a positive change.
Great. Now let's talk about the mural. I mean, why the theme? What is the importance?
Well, the reason we chose that theme is because, as you know, Babano is a place that has a diverse culture. There are a lot of things that we do really, really well. There are a lot of things that we're really talented at, and we wanted to bring it out into the school because the school serves as a port for transformation with our young persons in the community. And we try to create a bouillon of the Babano culture in a way whereby our young people will get to unlock the potential within, like our motto says.
Fantastic. Well, I think we need to do a little walkthrough of the murals. So
Yes,
let's
definitely.
start.
Okay, if we take it from the top, you will see the first thing, our national flag, because at Babano Secondary, national pride is a big thing. Coming down, you'll see the cadets, the national pledge, and then from there you see the various clubs that we have at the school. A little further down, you see the sporting disciplines that we've dominated in. As you can see, we have javelin. As you know, we have Alvin Reynolds, who's our champion javeliner, who's from Babano, who attended this school as well. We have basketball, we have cricket. Everybody knows about cricket, Manny Melius. That's our golden boy. We also have track and field, volleyball, netball, and volleyball. When you go a little further down, there's a mural under the canteen as well, where you'd see a young man with a graduation hat on his head inside a key that has been unlocked. It serves as unlocking a potential within. And you see all the sports disciplines. And when you look across, you see a picture of our principal, who has been the only principal of the Babano Secondary School. So he serves as a major stalwart to not just Babano Secondary, but the community at large. You could say that's the father of Babano, Mr. Felano. Yes.
Well, I'm loving that. Special good morning to Mr. Felano as well. And right now we're going to chat with some of the students. So we have Ivan here because, of course, everybody here has been part of this. And Ivan, let me just scoot over. How was it, the process, and how did you feel, bringing this to life?
When we first started off, I did not see the mural as how it was supposed to be. I thought it was just how different colors going to be on the wall. But when it came off, I saw that it was a beautiful piece of work we did. I really loved it. I said that some of the children could not paint, and they learned how to mix their paint and stuff. That's what I loved about that.
Great. Well, I hope that the right people are watching today and listening right now, because you can see the talent that lies here, and of course the messages and the meanings, and we need more of that. So they need the support, and of course we have the lovely Kayla here, so don't be shy. Of course we also have rhyming names, Chayla and Kayla here today reporting. And how is the feeling amongst your peers seeing the work that you all have done, and is it having an impact on them?
When our school opened recently, when the children came in, they were all excited, shocked, and amazed. It was the talk of the school the first week. So we are trying to expand the paintings around the school, so it will be more of a mural everywhere to just enliven our school instead of leaving it just there.
Yeah, and I agree because it's definitely something that's appealing to look at as well. And I realize there are strong messages here as well. So what would you like to say to anybody who's watching who wants to help and support the creativity that is happening here at your school?
We of the Babonneau Secondary School, we are very creative, and we hope that those who are out there watching, that you encourage us to do more and also help us if any way, donate paints if we like for us to continue our mural, just for it to look nicer.
Great. And you know what? That's what it's all about. So it's about support, it's about community coming together, and of course, too many times we are hearing that the youth are not up to enough good things, but here we are and it's happening in our face, and that's all they need, support. So if you want to help, you can, and I cannot wait to see the murals expand from just within these walls to outside, so the entire community of Babonneau can enjoy this. And I know that Mr. Delis has a message just before we go, so I'll give you the last word.
Okay. I would like to thank all those who contributed and supported us throughout this course. For example, Mr. Naja Simeon was a key artist who assisted us, showing Williams Paints, Digicel, Massey Stores, Coco Palm Hotel. Miss Janine Husbands, a former teacher who was a rock and was instrumental in this. This is a great project we're doing. It proves that our young people throughout our St. Lucian society can make an impact on society. But we are asking for more support because there are more tasks we'd like to take on. As a matter of fact, we're even trying to enhance the beauty of our classrooms to make it more appealing so that when a young person comes to school, it could unlock the potential within themselves so that they could produce, so we could produce a lot more outstanding students around St. Lucia. So please support us. Please come in, support us, donate the paint, donate the resources, donate the hands. Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to take it to the next level. Thanks.
Welcome back, everybody. Good morning once again, and we're about to continue this morning. Now, this one is on the lighter side. Have you ever been to Rat Island? I know I haven't been, but recently, this week actually, reports came in that there was a dog stranded on the island. A little Jack Russell. How it got there, nobody knows. But of course, the team at Sandals Water Sports, along with the Forestry Department and the National Trust, made their way over, one, to rescue the dog, two, to also see what's happening and if anything had any negative implications with the biodiversity there. So this is our chance to learn a little bit more about Rat Island, because it's not an island full of rats, and it's really important. So let's check it out.
The water sports team at Sandals Halcyon, along with some of our guests, discovered a dog on Rat Island. This was something that was very unusual and also very unexpected. She appeared to be abandoned, she was very hungry, and certainly in need of our help. So in order to safeguard her, and as well as to look out for the environmental interests of the island, we first contacted the National Trust and the Forestry Department, and then proceeded from there. We ended up removing her from the island and then transferring her to a veterinarian in the north. And from all reports this morning, she's doing quite well. She is a Jack Russell mix, and is right now under care and is going to be monitored until we can find her a home. There is some indication that she would have been there at least for 24 hours, but we don't really know when she got there. We don't know how she got there, but we do have some lessons that we can learn from this. It's just us to continue working with the National Trust, working with our stakeholders in that regard, and ensuring that we monitor the island, monitor the interests of the environment in and around the resort, as well as the wider St. Lucia. And that is Sandals' priority when it comes to our environmental stewardship and our interest in the community and interest in wildlife, including domestic animals like dogs. So our guests have named this dog Marley, and we are very hopeful that she's going to have a great future and a loving home to go to.
On a regular basis, on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 o'clock, we have a tour to Rat Island where we bring the guests, give them the history about the island. So later, early morning at 10 o'clock, normally we bring the guests on the island. So in doing the tour, on our way, we met with a dog, a stray dog. So the guest asked me, should a dog be on the island? I told her no, that's the first time I've been seeing a dog on the island. Basically they told me we have to do something about it. So after the tour, what we did, we went back to the resort, and after I called on to forestry, apparently I wasn't getting any response. So what I did, the guest came back to me, and apparently I went to my environmental manager, where she stated like we have to go and get the dog. So later, about after 5 minutes to 6, where the guest and we came to the island, get the dog, pamper it, we bought food for it, clothe it, wrap it with towels and stuff like that, and apparently we brought it to the resort. After we did all that, the guest insists that we should take it to a vet, and apparently we did so, and up to a day like today, the dog is in good shape.
This morning we noticed everything seemed intact. We haven't seen anything out of what the ordinary. Everything seemed okay. We have noticed a few whiptails, both the male and female on the island. So everything seemed to be fine.
We would like to advise the public that we know some people do visit there on weekends or holidays, that they do make use of the island. We would like to advise them that this is a very fragile ecosystem, and we would like, especially if they can keep some of these animals away from these islands, try not to light any fires on these islands, as a wildfire can just quickly ravage through the island and can destroy the species in a very short period of time. So we'd like to advise persons as to keep away from these islands and keep these animals away from these islands, because especially if persons wish to venture out on these islands, they are to notify either the Forestry Department or the St. Lucia National Trust, let us know as to what's going on. But we would like to advise people as much as possible to stay away from these islands, because they are very important for the wildlife species that we have there. And these wildlife species can actually do very good for our tourism as well, as visitors come from around the world to visit these islands just because we have these very unique species out here on the island of St. Lucia.
Now, isn't that interesting? As to how that little dog got there, I have no idea. That's still what's puzzling my mind right now. But thankfully, nothing was harmed. The biodiversity is still intact. And this has just left me even more intrigued and curious to go and explore for myself and see exactly what's happening at Rat Island. But of course, listen to those words of caution if you decide to go on your own. Please respect the wildlife, the flora, the fauna, because it is so sensitive. And again, these things add to the uniqueness of St. Lucia. Now you're in the know, and of course, get your exercise gear ready because it's Soca Size Friday. We'll be back.